What's up, guys? And today, as you can see, I decided to make a tier list about the biggest UFC fights in the first quarter of this year, 2025. So we have 5 tiers, as you can see, and I'm gonna go by order. So the first one, we got Henry Cejudo and Song Yadong, and honestly, I'm gonna put this in the. Even though I know it's Henry Cejudo and he's 38, but I'm biased because I want to see this guy win. The last time he won was 5 years ago, and he had some close fights. He almost beat Murab. He clipped him one time, and then he had a split decision against Aljamain Sterling. But basically, the guy is like 38. Song Yadong is way younger than him. You know what? I don't know. It's either A tier or B tier, but it could be interesting. It's the top of the could be interesting tier because even though that's a nightmare match for Henry Cejudo, I've been saying this in my past videos. If Henry Cejudo doesn't get a big matchup like a Jose Aldo or an O'Malley or someone in the top 5, he's gonna have to fight like a Song Yadong. And he says that's like an easy matchup for him, and bro, I don't know if he actually thinks that, or maybe the only reason he says that is to convince the fans that that's actually a great matchup for him. But bro, Song Yadong has a very good takedown defense. Henry Cejudo, that's his best weapon, I'm guessing. But on the feet, I think it's competitive. The difference is that Song Yadong hits harder and he's a better boxer. Henry Cejudo is a brawler, but bro, this guy was a multiple times champ, so maybe he will have a crafty performance. I don't know, because his chin is still pretty good. Will Song Yadong will be able to KO this guy? That's the question, and I'm interested to see it. But next one, Diego Lopez and Yair Rodriguez. This is not official yet, but it's almost official. I'm gonna put this. I think, you know what? This is hype. I think it's a good fight, even though Yair Rodriguez doesn't really deserve this. I mean, the guy just got submitted by Brian Ortega, and since then he hasn't fought, and it was like a year ago. But Yair Rodriguez, the guy fights like once a year. The only reason he's getting this fight is because he's Mexican, and as you know, the UFC wants to build up, the Mexican PI. I mean, maybe they've already done that, so they want to build this stock in Mexico. So they're giving Yair this big fight. I think Diego Lopez should be fighting Volkanovski, but it's still gonna be a good fight, and maybe Yair can again expose Diego Lopez's cardio. But if he gets taken down, it's over, because Diego Lopez is pretty well rounded, I would say. Like, he has some good power, good striking, and he's also good on the ground offensively. So I think this is a pretty solid. Next one, must watch, probably the best fight of the year. And again, this is not official, of course, but everyone wants to see this. Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones, the craftsman, versus Tom Aspinall with the pure speed and power. Because I want to see Tom Aspinall's defensive jiu-jitsu. We haven't seen it. And Jon Jones, how can he do against the guy who's bigger than him and faster than him and more powerful? I mean, being more powerful, we have seen a lot of guys that lost to Jon Jones and they were more powerful. I think the biggest factor is that Tom Aspinall is way bigger than this guy and faster than him. Because Jon Jones, if you look at his resume, all of the guys that he was fighting, they were middleweights, bro. They were like kind of fat middleweights, like bro, Anthony Smith, fucking Thiago Santos. He was not that small actually, but Shogun, Lyoto Machida, those guys, Vitor Belfort, Tom Aspinall is, and John Jones. By the way, this would be John Jones's, I think, probably third or second best win all time, because we have DC, right, who Cyril Gane is better win, Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, Ovin St. Preux, Anthony Smith, like John Jones. He's been talking about Tom Aspinall as like a regular title defense, and bro, in John Jones's mind, beating Stipe at 40 years old is a better win than this. No, this is one of his best wins if he beats Tom Aspinall. And because again, if he beats Tom Aspinall, all the haters are gonna shut the fuck up, and no one's gonna be talking about John Jones as being, you know, this controversial, and maybe he's not the GOAT, because if he beats Tom Aspinall, 100%, he's gonna stay there for a while. If Islam Makhachev doesn't get like 3 wins in a row, he's safe. Next one, Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev 2. I'm sorry for the hardcore Charles Oliveira fans, I'm not interested. It's gonna be fun on the fight week, but again, it's not official, but I just already know the outcome. Islam Makhachev, bro, we have already seen this, and it was like, what, 2.5 years ago. And Charles Oliveira, we know that his kryptonite, or the Dagestani, or just guys from the mountains, Arman Tsarukyan, Islam Makhachev, the guys that are heavy pressure wrestlers, right? He almost submitted Arman Tsarukyan. He's not doing that against Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev, I would say he's on the feet, he's better than Arman, and he has more power. So he's gonna be able to finish Charles again. Charles is getting, bro, he's like 35. He's getting more older. So, time by time, the guys, he should take bigger fights. You know, non-title fights like a Max Holloway fight. He should do the same thing as Dustin Poirier. Because Dustin Poirier, his retirement fight, I don't know who he's gonna be. It's gonna be like a big name, you know, just big money fight. Charles Oliveira should do the same. I know he doesn't want to accept the fact that the title dreams are gone. Of course, I understand that. But listen, if you're gonna get more money because you're at the end of your career, I'm guessing maybe Charles feels like he can do this for 2 years more. I don't know, bro. But the thing is that besides the hardcore Charles Oliveira fans, no one wants to see this. People would rather see Ilya and Islam, or let's say a Shafkat versus Islam, or DDP versus Islam. Like, we have 3 other fights, or you know what, 4 other fights that we would rather see. But not Charles Oliveira. Charles should fight Max Holloway, or I don't care, Arman Tsarukyan in a rematch, or move up to welterweight and fight fucking Usman. I don't know. Find someone, but not Makhachev. Trust me, bro. Next one, Ilya Topuria and Volkanovski. Same. But now it's even more clear that Ilya's winning. Because Volkanovski, the guy has to be perfect for 25 minutes. Just to not get caught. Because if he makes one mistake, bro, it's over. And this time his chin is gonna be worse. He's gonna be older, even though he took 1 year off, and that's good for him. And the KO doesn't gonna affect him that much because of that. Bro, Ilya, look at what he's done since their fight. KO'd Max Holloway, bro. The guy with the best chin. Put him out. It wasn't a TKO, bro. It was a fucking big KO. He fucking put Max on the ground. You know what's gonna happen this time? Volk's gonna be in the shadow realm, bro. Same thing. And he's gonna get more CTE. And what happens after that? He gets KO'd again. So, I know Volkanovski, he wants the title, of course. But at this point, he should be... sorry, guys. At this point, he should recognize that I'm 36. I've been a champ for what, 5 years, and so now I can just win multiple fights without fighting Sporia and make my resume better. Bro, what about fighting Diego Lopez? What about fighting Movsar Evloev? Volkanovski would beat those guys, bro. Come on. I'm not saying that he 99% he beats Diego Lopez, because that's a dangerous fight. Diego Lopez hits very, very hard, but Movsar Evloev, come on, bro. Volkanovski would fucking beat the fuck out of Movsar Evloev, because he's still pretty good. He's still fast. He still got it. I'm not saying that he's in his prime, but Volkanovski is that good in my opinion. He could beat some top contenders without, because bro, if he fights Ilya, he's not gonna be the same after that. After fucking 3 KOs in a row, he already has 2. So I don't want to say this because I love Volk. By the way, I love both guys. I'm a fan of Ilya Sporia, and there are bigger fights for him, like an Islam Makhachev, okay, or even a Diego Lopez at this point. Move up to lightweight, fight Charles Oliveira. So I just already know the outcome. Next one, Arman Tsarukyan and Michael Chandler. By the way, this is not official, and this is also not official, but honestly, I know that Chandler doesn't deserve this, but it's alright, you know. 2 entertaining lightweight, especially Chandler. You know, Michael Chandler fights are always pretty good, besides the last one with Charles Oliveira. But that was more on Charles. But not even, bro. Chandler was on his back foot the whole fucking time. If he does the same approach, I'll be mad. But in my opinion, Chandler's not gonna do the same thing. Like, he was mad at himself after the Charles fight. He was not pushing the pace. He was on his back foot. He wasn't the usual Michael Chandler moving forward, throwing big bombs, letting Charles Oliveira take him down, and running across the octagon. So this time, and bro, honestly, it's winnable for Chandler. I'm not saying that I would pick him, but this is not just a walkover for Arman Tsarukyan. Chandler, he's a wrestler again. Like, it's not gonna be that easy to take down Chandler, even though Charles Oliveira did it multiple times. Michael Chandler is not a Dustin Poirier or a Yair Rodriguez. Like, he's way thicker, you know. Pause, but he's built, and also, but bro, his base is wrestling. And if he actually, like, if this time he can actually make a good game plan, and if you can actually use it this time, bro, this could be very, very interesting. But of course, I would pick Arman. Chandler is getting older, his chin is still good, but I think this should just be a good fight in general. Arman would win probably, but this is not as clear as Ilya Sporia and Volkanovski, right? I think most of you would agree, but not much to say. It's not even official yet, so we'll see if they make this, because Arman Tsarukyan asked for this, by the way, because he knows that Michael Chandler, it's winnable for him. But again, this would sell, in my opinion. I know everyone's saying fuck Chandler, and you know Chandler should fight the number 15 guy, but no, bro. Like, Chandler, I know he loses to a lot of guys, but he needs to be in these big fights because he makes entertaining moments and vital moments. So I don't care. Chandler is not here to be a champ. Chandler's here to put on amazing fights with the top contenders, in my opinion. Next one, Justin Gaethje, Dan Hooker, hype. Dan Hooker, 3-fight win streak. Justin Gaethje just got slapped, but I really want to see Justin Gaethje back, how he's looking. If Dan Hooker wins, give him the title shot. Even though it's Islam Makhachev and Islam's gonna destroy him in 1 minute, but what else can you do? Like, it's just unfortunate for Dan Hooker that Islam is the champ right now. And if Gaethje wins, then honestly, like, give him Islam. Islam's been saying it, and I know Islam would probably win, but at least it's not bro. This might be controversial, but I would rather see Justin Gaethje and Makhachev versus or Charles and Makhachev. A new matchup, and the outcome is not like Islam would probably win, but Gaethje could, put up a war like he did with Khabib in the first round against Charles. That would be a run over. I'm sorry. Islam has a perfect style to shut down Charles. He already did it in the first time. So, honestly, this is a great addition for UFC 313. And I'm glad the UFC made it. Next one, Alex Pereira Magomed Ankalaev. Of course, you know what? This is must watch. Like, the heat is getting up. Magomed Ankalaev, he's been talking back on Alex Pereira on Twitter. He's been saying like he wants to hurt Alex Pereira in a way he's never been hurt because he's a fake humble boy. That's what he said, bro. Alex Pereira, that's the first time he actually faces like a good wrestler. Even though Magomed Ankalaev doesn't have many finishes on the ground, he likes to strike. The only finish he has on the ground is a ground and pound finish, and it's Anthony Smith, bro. By the way, I'm very nervous for Alex Pereira. I don't want to see Magomed Ankalaev stop the Alex Pereira era because Alex Pereira, I want him to be a triple champ, or at least just try it. Move up to heavyweight after this. He has to, bro. By the way, Magomed Ankalaev, his Achilles heel, I'd say, or the leg kicks, because against Jan Blachowicz edged out the draw just because of those. But this would be a great fight. I think it would end in a finish, most likely. Magomed's probably not submitting him. I think if Magomed wins, that's probably like a KO. Magomed is a good southpaw. He's good with his 1-2s. I want Alex Pereira to win, but I also don't like the fact that people are just saying like Magomed Ankalaev is like shit suddenly and he doesn't deserve it and why is he the favorite and bro they've been saying like this Magomed guy is not even a big deal. I mean, his only win is like Alexander Rakic and it wasn't even dominant. Bro, in my opinion, his fight with Jan Blachowicz, he should have won that, first of all. Second of all, KO Johnny Walker. I know it's Johnny Walker, but what else can you do with Johnny Walker? That's the way to beat him. And then he beat Thiago Santos, he beat Rakic, he beat fucking Ion Cutelaba, he beat Anthony Smith. And so saying that he only has one top 5 win, bro. When he beat Anthony Smith was like a top 4 guy. So he got Johnny Walker, Magomed Ankalaev. He was number 3, and Johnny Walker was number 7 when they fought. Like, if your only criteria and the only thing you look at are the wins, like Magomed Ankalaev, he doesn't have wins, bro. His best win is Johnny Walker. If that's your perspective on this fight, then I'm sorry, bro. You're just fucking casual. Watch some Magomed Ankalaev fights. The guy's pretty fucking good, and I'm worried for Alex Pereira. But again, I will be emotionally invested in this heavily. Next one, Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley. I love both guys, but for me, honestly, even though these two guys look the same. I'm not racist, I'm saying this because look at their body, bro. Like the muscles, like they look the same. In my opinion, I've said this in multiple videos. Kamaru Usman should move up to middleweight. I don't want to see him at welterweight. So for that reason, I'm gonna put this in here. Could be interesting because this would be an amazing fight. And Usman could get KO'd. Buckley has some amazing power, but listen, Colby Covington, my favorite fighter. No one can break that fucking jaw, bro. Outside of Usman. Like, Buckley landed his best shots on Colby, and Colby never even fucking got knocked down. He took the punishment, and that just shows how good Colby's chin is. And but I mean, I'm not saying like Buckley is pillow hands. No, the guy's, he has some amazing cure. Look at what he did to Wonder Boy. Like, he slapped Wonder Boy, bro. No one does that. And Usman, 38, I believe. He looked great against Khamzat. I believe that was a draw. So, but again, like, that was in 2023, bro. And now we are in 2025. What is Usman doing? He should come back to middleweight and fight Marvin Vittori, and fight Brendan Allen, fight Roman Dolidze, fight Paulo Costa, or fight Sean Strickland, because that's a big fight. You know what? That's the fight to make. Kamaru Usman, Sean Strickland, book it. This one, again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun on fight week, but because it's, you know, it's two big names, especially Kamaru Usman, legend, and maybe he can craft his way onto a win. But Buckley, bro, is just so good, and he's the key for defeating the last generation of fighters. The next one, JDM and Leon Edwards. I'm gonna put this in the could be interesting tier also. I'm sorry, bro, I just can't get that hype for a Leon Edwards fight. Like, I know it's JDM. JDM's probably gonna win, and I'm rooting for the guy. I don't really like Leon Edwards. He's pretty boring, so I hope JDM wins. That's it, honestly. Like, it's gonna be in the UK, fine. Leon, I just don't like the guy that much. I'm sorry. I know he's great and he's humble and all that, but he's not that. He's not entertaining. It's UFC 304 fight week. This guy actually looked like that he wants to KO Bilal. He wants to finish him. He actually had that killer instinct before the fight. It looked like this, but come on, you go out there and he just got. I mean, it was a close fight. It was like a 49-46, 48-47. He took Bilal's back, and he, in the last 10 seconds, he kind of beat Bilal up on the ground, but that wasn't enough. I'm sorry, bro. Next, Kaikar of France and Alexander Pantoja. Honestly, bro, hype. I know it's flyweight, but Kaikar of France, when it comes to him and Brandon Moreno and Brandon Royval, I think he has the best chance to beat Pantoja. He has brick wall takedown defense, and he has a lot of power. Look at what he did to Steve Erceg. Fucking slapped him. So this could be very, very interesting. Because Pantoja, on the feet, he's just a brawler, not that technical. I'm not saying that Kaikar of France is like a, you know, technical maestro, and because I think in a pure striking battle, like a Brandon Moreno is better. I mean, we've seen the fight. Brandon Moreno finished him with like a body shot, but I think Kaikar of France might be the one, or at least he could challenge Pantoja to battle, bro, to a war. So apparently these guys are in talks for UFC 314. Book it, co-main event. Let's go. I think everyone would be interested. Next one, Blon and Shafkat. You know what? I'm gonna change up these fights, okay? I'm gonna put Blood here and Shafkat here, and I'm gonna put fuck it. I'm gonna put Usman and Buckley here. I'm gonna put this one here, Arman and Chandler. And I think this is great because Bilal and Shafkat. If this was December and if this was before Bilal pulled out, I would be more hyped. But I'm sorry, bro. After seeing Shafkat's performance, I'm sorry, bro. I just can't go with the Shafkat hype train anymore. So we have who? Bilal Muhammad, who's bro, it's just Bilal. And then we have Shafkat, who just looks like a stinky clinch fest fighter. And maybe he's gonna be better against Bilal. And I know he had the injury against Ian Gary, but I'm not saying that Bilal beats the fuck out of him. The guy's like 37 right now. He's coming off an injury. By the way, it's still fucking pretty weird that the Bilal is a champ. Like, seeing him with the belt and with the name, like Bilal Muhammad champion, just so weird. But Shafkat, bro, the winner of this should fight Islam. And I'm hoping that Shafkat wins so he can fight Islam, because I don't think Islam wants to fight Bilal, honestly. And I don't think Bilal wants to fight Islam, because the guys are kind of, they're almost friends, you know. So I don't want to see two friends forced to fight, because the fight then might be a little slow. Shafkat is kind of got frustrated in Ian Gary fight. He's not this killer that everyone was saying he was, and he basically lost half of his fans. And the last one, which honestly is probably the best one, Topuria, Islam Makhachev. This fight, immediately book it, bro. Because Ilya, who cares about the Volk rematch, bro? It just merit. I know Volkanovski deserved this. Just convince Volkanovski that, bro, Ilya Topuria is very, very, very risky fight for you. And we were thinking about a free fight deal. Movsar Evlev, Lerone Murphy, Aljamain Sterling. And after that you can retire. And we're gonna give you a few $1 million. Instead they give him Ilya Topuria so he can get KO'd. No, bro. Ilya, fight Islam. And while he's fighting Islam, put up an interim title between Volk and Lopez. That's also an option. And Islam, he doesn't have a clear contender. Justin Gaethje and Dan Hooker are fighting. Islam and Charles Oliveira. Bro, he just beat Michael Chandler. That's not enough. He should beat, bro, fight Arman Tsarukyan. Fight the winner of Justin Gaethje and Dan Hooker. Bro, Dan Hooker and Charles Oliveira. That's the matchup I'm telling you. Let's talk about Ilya and Islam. This is one of the best fights in the 21st century ever. Two of the most skilled guys ever. This is not fucking Crow Cop and fucking Chuck Liddell. This is not Kevin Randleman. No, bro. This is Ilya Topuria and Islam Makhachev. Make it happen. In Spain. In Spain, bro. What about that? To actually bring some UFC to Europe besides the UK and France. Because I live in Hungary. I'm just fed up with the UFC being in the USA and Saudi Arabia and fucking... I mean, I don't mind Saudi Arabia because for me, I don't have to stay up till midnight and till fucking 4 a.m. to watch it. But go to Europe. Spain, Ilya, Islam, best fight. But guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I see you in the next video. So goodbye.